Get ready to take this back knee down and up, down, up, down, up, down. Good. Continue. Hold. And switch. Holding that plank position, both feet are back. Drawing in through those abdominals. Let's bring that right knee forward, lunging to our right side. Do not allow the knee to open up and drop outwards. Get ready. We will take this back knee down and up right here. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Walk the feet up to meet each other. Roll it up nice and slow. All right, for this workout today, I've had to do a voiceover. You'll notice my voice coming in. YouTube blocked my video due to music. And so I'm going to give you a brief overview. We're going to do 100 squats. You can do them air squats. You can add weight, but if this is your first time in a long time performing a high rep volume of squats, then please do not use equipment. You'll need to sit back in the heels of your feet, driving back with the glutes. Here I'm showing the modified quarter squat. So if you have knee issues or if you're a beginner and you would like to start with just that quarter squat, that's what you would do, is stay at the top and do a quarter squat. We are going to set a number in our head to reach without stopping. For you, that may be 10, it may be 20, it may be 30. I believe I went into 50 squats here. I want you to focus on form. If you need to stop every 10, you pause the video and stop every 10. I swing my arms during my air squat. Make sure to not round forward and hold your arms straight out. That will cause neck tension. Get ready to go. Count your own or follow me. I believe I go to 30 to 50 fairly quickly. Go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. I'm starting to slow down. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 40. Okay. I either miscounted or I didn't get to 50 that round. I could have miscounted. We still have 50 more to go. I believe I break it up into 20s. Go at your own pace. I'm not going to continue to count these. Let's enjoy it. All right, deadlifts are next. You can use dumbbells, you can use home equipment. If you have an Instapot, you have a gallon of laundry soap. I use a resistance band during this exercise. The band will go under both feet. If you are a beginner, I would hinge at the hips and maybe do a smaller movement and not allow myself to fold completely over with my hands reaching towards my ankles. All right, guys. Nice flat back. Pull those shoulders away from your ears and extend fully through the hips when you stand. If your back becomes the overall source of tension or soreness, please stop using the resistance band or the weights and minimize the movement. If you still get no relief, stop the movement altogether. Here we go. We have 90 reps. 1, 2, 4. If you find that your back is beginning to spasm or tighten, you can always go into a standing straight leg kick, loosening up the hamstrings. It'll still keep you moving while we finish this last set. I believe it's the last set. Go. Whew, deadlifts are done. Our next exercise is going to be 70 mountain climbers or 80 mountain climbers. I'm toe touching here, trying to stretch out my back and my hamstrings. Releasing some of that before we move to the floor. To give you a heads up about mountain climbers, if you're just beginning a workout program, you will need to probably do a higher platform for your mountain climbers, not on the floor. So you can always use your couch or a sturdy chair up against a wall to place your hands on, and then drive your knees towards your chest with that. All right, we will begin in a plank position. I always encourage setting a number as a stopping point or that you want to get to before you come down. So before I put myself into a plank position, I told the group we're getting to 40 total mountain climbers before we drop. I mentioned that I would prefer you not mountain climb and slam the feet into the floor. That's hard on your back. It's a little more intense on the core, just driving the knee in midair, but it's more efficient. So let's get into plank position and let's drive. Starting with the right knee first. Go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Keep your back down. 19, 20, 1, 2, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 10 more. 9, 8, 7. Okay, I either got off count or while I spoke, I lost a rep. That's 40. We're counting every right knee. So right now we've just done a total of 80 mountain climbers on both legs. Now we'll complete another set of 80 to make that a total of 80 right and left. Begin. Rest into child's pose. You earned. Take a moment, make sure to get your breathing under control here. We're going to slowly stand up. Right foot forward. Make sure you're not dizzy, looking around. And stand on up, and we'll get ready to move into the next exercise, which is going to be 70 bicep banded curls. You can always choose to step one foot only on the resistance band, or you can place 2 on the resistance band. Placing 2 feet on your band will increase the intensity and the resistance. Make sure to not bounce or throw your body. You want to go nice and controlled. I was giving directions for people if they didn't have a band and they wanted to use dumbbells, if they had light dumbbells or cans of soup or objects around the house, then they could slow the pulse down or the countdown, or they could just pulse their arms. We're going to start 70 bicep curls. I believe we did 30 reps the first set. Take your time, pause the video if needed. Nice and controlled. All right, next we have 60 bicycle crunches. Let's take our time going down to the floor. Our heart rates are pretty high. Take some nice deep breaths. Grab a quick drink. Allowing that heart rate to slowly come down. I'm not going to get it down too much, but just enough where we won't get lightheaded. Taking your time here. All right, I'm going to show a modification, keeping one foot on the floor and alternating knee to elbow, pulling those abdominals in, creating a nice strong back to the floor. Or you can just begin to raise your legs. If you start feeling pain or too much tension in your back during the bicycle crunch, make sure to not lower the leg past 45 degrees. We go in reps of 20. So you can pause this video and rest at 20 reps and do 3 sets of 20 yourself or follow along. Tricep kickbacks are next. Let's take our time moving from the floor to a standing position. We have 50 tricep kickbacks with the resistance band. Stand up nice and slow. If you are using dumbbells, you'll want to make sure to keep your elbows nice and tight to your sides. I also give a description if you're using home equipment or a gallon jug. You could do the extensions overhead by placing them next to the arms next to your ear and extend the arms straight. That is always an option as well. Tricep dips off of a chair is also another option if you do not have any equipment. All right, let's grab our band. The band can go under both feet or just under one, depending on your level as well as the intensity of the band that you're using. We're going to keep our palms facing our sides of our hips. You're going to send the elbows back and up, your abdominals are in, your back is flat, and you're just going to begin to kick back and extend. We're going to do 25 reps of extension, and then you will move to 25 pulses. Moving to pulses right here, pulse up, up, up. Good. 25 of these. All right, side bridge dips are next. We're going to lay on our side, make sure your elbows directly beneath your shoulder. We're doing 40 total each side, 20 reps at a time. We'll rest and then do another set of 20. Modified position would be to stay on your knees, bending the knees, bringing the heels back towards the hips, and lifting up and dipping that way. So you'd lift your hips up off of the floor and down. That would be modified. If not, we're going to stay. You can also choose a modification of staying on the floor and just doing a side crunch. Do what feels best to your neck, shoulder, and elbow. I'm going to come up on my feet right here, and we're going to drop down and up. 20. Make sure you're pulling that belly button in, lifting through those hips, getting a nice contraction in those obliques. Rest. Come off of that elbow. We'll do another set of 20 reps shortly. Here we go, same side. We're lifting up into our side bridge plank and then dips. 1, 2. All right, rotating around, setting up for the other side. Remember your modifications if needed. We'll do 40 reps on this side. Make sure that elbow stays beneath the shoulder. Squeeze the thighs together and lift. Rest. Come off of that elbow. 20 more reps and we will have completed our side bridge dips. Stack the feet together and let's lift. We are done. Let's take our time coming to a standing position. Our next exercise is going to be burpees. With burpees, you can always burpee off of a couch or off of a sturdy chair against a wall. If you find that you're not able to do any burpees, I would stand and draw the knees up in a high marching position. That can be an option. I show two variations. One is the standard burpee with no push-up, which will be my first rep. The second one will be the burpee with push-up. You choose which one you're going to do. Go at your own pace. I go straight through until 30 burpee reps. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're paying attention to your form. That was brutal. You can do this. Last rep. Come down to your hands and knees. Do not drop your head. We're going to take a moment here to let our heart rate come down before we do our last set of exercises before our bridge variation. 20 up and down planks. We'll do 10 each lead arm. We'll start with the right arm. You can also do these on the knees, but you'll want to make sure you bring your heels up towards your glutes so that you can set the weight on almost the tendon, top of the knee, and not just on the patellar. Starting in a plank position, up in a straight arm plank position. If you're on your knees, it will look like this. Coming up on our toes, we're going to drop to our right elbow first, then our left elbow. Good. Now straight up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Try to limit the hip movement. This is the last exercise of the series. We're going to be fatigued. We may move more than we normally would, but make sure we're not rocking too viciously. Stop. Let's do 10 on the left lead now. Setting up and preparing in our straight arm plank position, we will drop to the left first. 1 and up. Good. Keep those abs nice and tight. Try not to send your bottom up in the air, higher than the shoulders. You've got it. We're almost to that finish line. Yes, come down on the knees. You're going to find your way to your back, and we'll start our glute variation series. Move your feet close to your bottom. If you feel your hamstrings cramping up, please take a break. We're going to start with just standard raises for 25. Standard raise, lift up and down. Make sure you're not rolling back to your neck. Count your own. You'll go to 25 repetitions. Last rep. Hips go down, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, and we're going to lift up, pushing in that left heel for 25 lifts. Begin. Left raise here, switching feet. Left ankle crosses the right thigh. 25 lifts. Begin. Last one, lift up into a bridge position. We're going to wink our hip to the right, to the left, 25 times. And I believe we did 26 actually. Make it 101 reps right here. Last one, bring your hips down. Pulse it at the top. Little pulses, 25 reps. Walk your feet together, come up on the tiptoes, and bridge. 25 little pulses, nice and controlled, squeezing the inner thighs. We are done. Bring those knees into your chest. If it feels good on your low back, create a little rocking motion for a small massage here. Great job, you earned it. Send your arms above the head, lengthen out the legs, and take a nice lengthening stretch here. Bend both knees, send the right leg straight up in the air, flex the toes towards the forehead, grab on where you feel comfortable. If you need assistance, use a towel or a belt. Trying to straighten out the legs so we can get a nice calf stretch included here. If you can, you'll send out your left leg straight, flexing through the foot. Nice deep breaths, trying to slow that breathing down as well as relax into this stretch. Release. Take that same leg, right ankle over that left thigh. Draw that left leg in for a nice glute stretch. Switching legs, straighten the left leg. Send that right leg out when you're ready and comfortable. Cross that ankle over the right thigh. Bring that right leg in. Let's come on over to our stomach now. We're going to start with single bow stretch. If you need to place your head on the floor, you can. If not, stay propped up on your left elbow, reaching back with that right hand, grab your right foot. Once you're in position, I want you to straighten that right arm and press that right foot into your hand. Make sure your knees are together. Make sure you are flexing through the quad, pushing the front of the thigh into the mat. Should have a nice chest stretch as well as shoulder stretch here as well. Release, switching sides. An option would also be, if this was too strenuous on your back, would be to lay on your side there and grab your ankle. Let's take your left hand, grab your left foot, raise up on that elbow if you feel comfortable, straightening that arm, pressing that foot against that hand, getting a nice lengthening stretch through the front of the leg. We're going to grab both. If you feel your hamstrings begin to cramp up in this position, please release immediately. I'm going to grab my right, then grab my left, bring my knees together, and then I'm going to lift my chest up, pushing my feet out against my hands and taking this nice stretch right here. Slowly, let's push back into child's pose position, releasing through that back. Nice couple deep breaths here. We're going to move into a seated position on our knees. If this is not comfortable for you, being on your knees this long, you can go ahead and find your seat in a cross-legged position. Take a couple cat-cow poses here, moving with your own breath, rounding up through the back, and then moving through cow, pulling that head forward and shoulders down. Tricep stretch. Right hand goes behind the head. Left hand grabs onto the elbow. If you want a side body stretch, reaching over to that left, getting a nice rib cage opener there. And switch. Hands go back behind you. Interlace the fingers if you can. Pull those shoulders down away from your ears. Hips can lift up to get a little more back flexion. Lifting that chest. You guys did it. Great work. Thank you for participating. Sorry about no music and voiceover. Have a great day.